Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and also boys and girls, and today we have a recipe for the disaster in our studio, in our channel. So prepare your tea and get ready to the review. Let's start about the gameplay. So there is a reason that the restaurants tend to fail with the first 5 years of opening. That is because one of the hardest professions to have due to the cost. Having worked with the fast food environment, I'm now straying into basic principles of keeping a restaurant running. Unlike other businesses where people can simply return a product for a refund or a replacement, the restaurant's business also has to make sure that customers aren't having allergic reactions to food, adhere to safety principles, and manage the high cost of waste. Never mind the fact that your equipment can fail in a variety of ways. It may not seem like that is much, but when you work in the food service industry, there tend to be a million aspects that staff have to consider. Now, when we got our way, recipe for the disaster is exactly what you expect it to be. Players are tasked with compelling various objectives while paying attention to the minutiae of owning a restaurant. The game brings with an easy level where the objective is served to a certain amount of customers. The restaurant doesn't have much doing for the terms of menu, option, or any of the complicated situations at this point in game, but your staff are noobs. They set things on fire because they are bad cooks. After playing the game for a decent amount of time, I found myself strangely addicted to the early access game. It's well balanced in terms of the staff personality traits and tasks, your ability to change and add restaurant features with ease, and checking the user reviews immediately after they leave the establishment. These gameplay aspects help the player to create the best restaurant experience possible as they fight fires in the kitchen, decorate the dining area, and fight with staff to complete their task. Regardless, I have a ton of fun playing the game. However, despite the amazing foundation that Recipe for Disaster has, there are some minor flaws and quality of life features that I would personally like to see fixed or add. For one thing, I'd love to have a little more variety in this build menu. A cooking game that excels at this Cook, Serve, Delicious series, which rewards player with decoration and upgrades. After every level, player earn money that can use to purchase item or items, or probably recipes. While I do have love that player can create their own masterpiece recipes, I felt underwhelmed with the decoration options. Unlike management games like The Sims, Recipe for the Disaster only has the toilet option. What the developers have done it up to allow the players to put a star door on a wall instead of a bathroom star being its own item. When working with limited space, it would be amazing to have a little more variety in the build menu. Another minor grievance it's about the build menu is how uneven it can be at the times. As an example, I built a custom bathroom because there wasn't one available. A point I get into momentarily. It wasn't until much later that I discovered that I had placed the ceiling light outside of the wall. Not only did the customers not complain about it, but I felt like the lack of camera controls was frustrating me. Additionally, in many other countries, sit-down restaurants must have public washrooms, otherwise they aren't allowed to open. Just keep that in mind. Finally, the players can designate a break area for the staff that I know of. There is often a prestigious bench located outside that staff can take breaks at. The problem is that the players cannot build additional benches for the staff, nor they can place a table because the game treats those as customers only usage. Essentially, I think what the game lacks is in this case is simply a small menu to create a break room. Incidentally, the build menu isn't the only minor grievance I have about the game. There was several points where staff idled in the middle of dining area without having a server stand or cash register. Furthermore, there were times where the staff would idle in the bathroom. Not only did not to go over well with the customers, but I found the staff would sometimes return to the same location. Yeah, we can move the staff, but the customers would ignore the presence of others until they left. Yikes! Recipes for the Disaster is graphically near with its cartoonish style and relatively easy UI. The characters have different personalities as well as likes and dislikes. At any time, players can view the truth of their stuff, look up desires of the customers and manage their restaurant accordingly. It has a decent variety of wallpapers, colors and textures to choose from. Plus, when the kitchen catches fire, it is comedy gold for a short time. What really makes Recipe for the Disaster is amazing, this UA design. Players are able to switch, build, mode, modify, feature while in the middle of a level. They are also able to designate clearing areas in and out of the restaurant, giving the game a more realistic feel. In fact, there is an adjustable ceiling bar that indicates how dirty a location has to be before a staff member will go to the area. But despite them, it was mildly annoying to have to click on individual tables to get stuff to clean them. So let's move to the pros and the cons. For the pros of the game, I have a list of excellent aspects. For the first one, the player control everything including the uniform look. An excellent foundation for the early access title, graphically pleasing, well-balanced gameplay that gives players tons of useful information. Has a roadmap that will include features like a bar area and featured Twitch integration. I have horrific visions of this already. Staff level over time. They get perks based on the most used job function, which is a great addition in my opinion. The cons in Recipe for the Disaster are mostly minor issues that are not game breaking at least. Among them are, cannot set up a break room, needs more item customization. The physical building of the restaurant is a bit. Recipe for the Disaster is a wonderful time thing that I have truly enjoyed. I had everything needed to create a fun and challenging gameplay experience. I had a fun time making the task, customizing my restaurant and puzzling out the needs for the customers. Thank you guys for watching. Don't you guys forget to comment and subscribe. Peace. Yo, thank you guys for watching. Have a good one. Bye bye.